Hello geography teachers, and in this short video I'm going to share with you the brand new resources that have been added to the GTB Vault for September 2023. So all of the documentaries and the lesson resources this month all link to tsunamis. So let's dig in. I'll show you where you can find them and the sorts of main ideas that are covered in each of the lessons. So first of all, if you just head over to the Geography Teacher Box website and get yourself signed in as normal at the top, then scroll down and head into the documentary vault over here. Okay, so all of the lessons on tsunamis are within the tectonic hazards module here. So I'll click into this to show you. And the first one that's been added is this one here. Could tsunamis happen in the UK? This lesson's actually focused on two videos that come from the Time for Geography website. The first one explains the four main reasons that causes water displacement and therefore then a tsunami. And then it goes on to talk about the evidence of previous tsunamis in the UK. So to go alongside those two videos, you'll see that you've got lesson presentation, which I'll just bring up on the screen now so you can see what's there. So there's a short do now task talking about the triggers for tsunamis. It then goes on to introduce the first video. Both of them are quite short, they're only 5 minutes each, but you've also got the question sheets that go alongside it. So I'll just quickly show those on the screen there for you. So I'd watch the first video clip and do a bit of a feedback about why the UK might therefore be at risk from tsunamis. And then the second video goes on to look at the evidence of previous tsunamis, introduces a few different fieldwork techniques there as well. As a follow-up, there is an idea to kind of look at whether or not tsunamis are, the risk of tsunamis is increasing as a result of climate change, and it references some work done by an Arctic research programme there. So you can do some follow-up activities and also go through the answers with students via that presentation. Okay, so that's the first lesson that's been added on tsunamis. The second one takes the theme of the causes of water displacement a little bit further and gets students to start thinking about the variety of impacts that tsunamis can have based on a variety of different factors. So things like the extent of ocean floor uplift, how the shape of coastlines can affect the impact a tsunami has, and so on. And it looks at some specific examples in Hawaii, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Alaska. So again, there is a lesson presentation to go alongside that. Get students to look at kind of the main cause of tsunamis in terms of earthquakes, but obviously the video that will then kind of amplify how the impacts of tsunamis can obviously change given the specific geographical conditions in those areas. So the video is longer, it's about just short of 50 minutes, and you've also got a few follow-up questions to get students to really think about how each factor referenced in the video clip can really cause the tsunami impacts to vary from place to place. So that's the second one. The third one focuses on the Japanese earthquake and resulting tsunami in 2011. So this one really does focus in on the impacts of this particular example. So it looks firstly at the earthquake itself. It then goes on to talk about the impacts of the tsunami, and then it also covers some of the nuclear disaster as well that happened to Fukushima. So there is a lesson presentation that goes alongside this. It's a bit of a photo inference activity to get students thinking first of all. And then obviously you've got your question and answer sheets to go alongside that, really getting them to dive deep into this particular case study. There's a follow-up task using the video notes to help them develop their own mind movie to go after that as well. Okay, so that's the third lesson. And then this month I've actually added in a bit of a bonus. I've given you a fourth lesson as well. This one's kind of looking at what you can do to protect an area from a tsunami. And it looks at the Japanese response to the 2011 event. And it really focuses in on people's perception of the tsunami walls that have been either rebuilt or started from fresh. it looks at the differing perceptions of that Great Wall. Some people are really, really happy about it and think, you know, without the wall that they had in the first place, there would have been a lot more lives lost. But then you've also got the other perspective about how the wall is kind of interfering with the traditional livelihoods of people in the area. So again, there is a presentation that goes alongside that. You've got the video link there. This time it's about half an hour. And it really does focus on the advantages of the seawall and the disadvantages from the different perspectives of the residents there. I would suggest as a way of kind of pulling this all together is to get students to really think about how to be prepared for tsunamis. And there's a great little PDF that the Red Cross has produced that would be a really useful way to kind of pull this all together. So those are the 4 lessons that have been added for this month. I hope you find them useful. As ever, if there's any questions, please just drop me an email, or perhaps you might want to drop into the Community Hub. Remember, that's again back on that home page. If you jump into the Community Hub, have a look in the September newsfeed, and you'll be able to see that there is a question and answers section, so you might want to pop in there and let me know any comments you've got about this month's resources. Very soon I'll also be adding another scheme of work, but I'll let you know when they land in the account. Okay, I will pause it there. If you've got any questions, again, as I say, just let me know. Send me a comment or send me an email. You know where to find me. Okay, bye for now.